Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Yamato. And boy do I have a fight for you guys. This one is going to be codenamed Potato Salad. And you can just imagine all of the shenanigans that are going to get up to in this one. As you can see, I am actually in a division with none other than Stormcat. If you've been around the channel for a while, you've seen me develop with Stormcat on occasion. But we are on Tears of the Desert. And we're going to have as much fun as we can possibly have while everything in this lobby is just pure and utter chaos. That's the best way to... This is just legendary tier gameplay. Let's be honest. Like, what else do you expect? But we're in the Yama, which means we get to take advantage of a lot of the enemy's stupidity. And we also get to be open to our own teammates' follies as well. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys are ready. We're going to have a good time. I've got some ideas for some shorts coming up, so keep an eye out for those. Shorts have been ridiculous in terms of not just their reach, like being able to like get a lot of views. They don't make me anything, but they actually do bring in subscribers. So you guys know I'm on the path to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We may try to fast track that by... bringing up some shorts here in the near future. So keep an eye out for those. I am going to try to find what works best for shorts and really try to push some shorts out for you guys. They're entertaining. They're short videos. Who doesn't like them, right? They're relatively easy. I tend to put a little more effort into shorts than I maybe necessarily should. But again, the idea with shorts is that they get pushed out to people who wouldn't normally consume this kind of content. Oh my god. Hello, Iwami. Wait for it. Bonk. Ah! What? What was that? Also, rip headphone users. But, no, we managed to goof. We didn't get anything. But notice that there's a Schlieffen nearby. Also notice there's a destroyer in the cap in front of us. So we want to use the island to our, starboard bow. To our advantage. We need to use that to kind of scrape people away. We get a shot here at the, Musashi. And, again, solid hit this time. And there's the torpedoes. Who would have seen that coming? It's almost like there's... Oh, my God. Miranda just punched that Iwami right in the kisser. Now, keep an eye on this Iwami. Like, what is this guy's plan? Like, he goes broadside one way, gets lucky, then turns around, goes broadside the other way, and then gets lucky again that we don't just yeet him into oblivion. Remember, the Iwami and pretty much every other high-tier Japanese battleship have a Yamato's hull. Over-angling of a Yamato's hull results in getting yeeted. That's how that works. It ain't even a question. But we hit a little too far back. We go through the torpedo protection probably, so we don't get the yeet, unfortunately. But we do have a Iwami here that's kind of begging for it. We sneak a shell past the island, and apparently it missed. Unfortunate. But I'm starting to freak out right about now. Miranda is actually going to end up dead pretty quickly here. Pretty sure the Schlieffen ends up finishing her off. We are going to maybe take a shot at this Gearing who's spotted in the middle of the map. Try to help our teammate out if we can. Come on, get the guns on target. By the way, I actually have been experimenting with my Yama. We didn't, not this particular match. This match is still my normal, like... Palo de Revel, Azure Lane, Scharnhorst, Yama, and all those shells just bracketed him. Of course they would. But we are running the Epic Reload mod, and we are trying to get as much reload out of this thing as possible, right? But one thing that we are going to be trying to experiment with is, if you've watched Chili Games, okay? You guys know who I'm talking about. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you guys really should watch Chili Games. He's a fantastic streamer. I think most of his stuff is streams. I think he may post occasional stream highlights, but for the most part, he posts just straight up streams. And he is one of the better players in the game. He understands basically all of the mechanics of the game way better than I do. And he is fantastic at all classes. He basically sticks to cruisers and battleships, though. he can play anything, but he generally sticks to cruisers and battleships. Probably because they're the most fun to play. Let's be real. Destroyers are probably about as boring a gameplay as you can get. But he does go out in destroyers, and he does pretty well in those as well. But he is a fantastic player. But anyway, he likes to experiment with things, and one of the things that he experimented with recently, well, many a times, he's done it for a long time, is the Arthas the Cold as an inspiration, and then swapping over your spotter plane for a oh my god, hello Schlieffen, how are you? Would those have been your torpedoes by chance, as we slap the out of you? Probably not a good idea to just back out in front of a Yamato that you knew was there. He was trying to torp me. He knew I was here. Our gearing manages to pull out in front of the Schlieffen, which is not the best idea. And then he completely whiffs his torpedoes, launching on the white line as you do. We get triple fired, because of course we do. We shoot through the rear, and we get terrible dispersion. We do hit him with 3 shells, but terrible damage to the Schlieffen. And we know what he's doing. He's going to reverse and try to torp us from the other side of the ship. So, as he gets turned around here, remember, we are a reload-centric Yami. So, fortunately for us, 3, 2, 1, bonk. Did we get it in time? I think we did. I don't see torps in the water, but don't worry, folks. That's not the only potato in this potato salad. This is going to be a very potato-heavy potato salad. All of potatoes. A little bit of mayo sprinkled on top. But definitely all of the potatoes. Well, what do you mean, Spartan? I don't know. Awami's back, and he's still broadside. I wonder what he could be doing, folks. He gets so lucky to not be yeeted right there. The fact that the island took one of the shells, and then we only hit him with 2 shells, and one of them was the Citadel. Oh, he's torpedoing? I would have never have guessed. It's alright, though, because we easily dodged that because we anticipated it coming. Like, literally, you knew it was coming. But he's still broadside, and he's still in the Yamaha. Bye. That was railguns. Absolute railguns. Now, here, I see the Montana on the other side of the island, and I'm like, okay, we've done our job. We've cleared this side. Our destroyer and battleships should be able to clear the cap behind us. So that's one good thing. There's a gearing behind that just nuked the rear battleship. And so we are going to try to push around the corner here and get ahead of this, or get behind this enemy Montana and punch him in the mouth. Now, what have I said about Yamatos coming around islands? I mean, it's valid for everybody. If you're in any ship, let alone battleships, especially battleships, because you're not going to get overpinned like everybody else does. But especially a Yamato, because Yamato has easy access to the Citadel right through the cheek. It's very easy to dev strike Yamatos coming around the corner, if you aim correctly. Remember that. Now, we know that there is an enemy Montana around the corner. So rather than sticking right next to the island, we want to swing out a little bit and then turn in hard to try to keep the angle as minimal as possible to give him less opportunity to yeet me. Now, unfortunately, there is an enemy Musashi on my... Oh my god, we found him! Aim waterline, bonk, through the rear cheek of his Montana behind his torp protection, and he bonks us right back. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't get it twisted. That was an equal opportunity bonking we both received. And I get very lucky that he didn't aim it properly, because he could have absolutely killed me right there. Still over-angled. I wasn't expecting him to reverse there. I was expecting him to do what he's doing now, which is just kind of like try to get away from me around the corner. So he kind of caught me still over-angled a little bit, but now you can see I'm reducing the opportunity for him to do that. Now we've got an angry smoke screen on my left, and here he's going to take and fire his guns a little too early, which is going to hit the island, and that's going to allow me to come around the corner. You can see he is actually looking at potentially our destroyer or battleship, but we punch him right in the mouth. Now, every fiber of my being wanted me to turn left here, but there's a Musashi there, and as you can see, Musashi is not ideal for my broadside. So turning left to try to go after that destroyer, definitely going to end in my removal by the Musashi. So I decided to stay forward. Now remember, we only saw 2 racks of torpedoes, and that means that he has a third. And unfortunately, he hits us with 2 torpedoes and finishes us off. Actually gets the flood that kills me, so the second torpedo didn't count. But we ended up just absolutely yeeting everything on our side of the map, giving our team the best possible chance to win, right? We've got a gearing, we've got a radar cruiser, we've captured 2 of the 3 bases. The enemy may have a points lead at the moment, but that doesn't mean that there's no chance that we win this, because all we have to do is get into cap, capture the base, and take out their destroyer, and that's a win. Their battleship is kind of meh. Like he's easy enough to target from pretty much anywhere. We do have a Worcester left. We have the gearing. They can easily kill the enemy Musashi. Like, that's not a problem. But the main goal should be to go over here, get into the B cap, stop the enemy from accruing points, and force them into an awkward situation. Now here, enemy Shima is spotted by our friendly radar, which is the Worcester. Now, Worcester is actually doing some damage here, but honestly, it's too little too late. He manages to leave this guy alive. He's dodging torpedoes, obviously. And our gearing had to wait. He couldn't engage right away because of the enemy Musashi. If he fires his guns, Musashi has a shot at him, and if we lose our destroyer, you can pretty much kiss this game goodbye. Our battleship back here in the back, I'm fairly confident Legit is somebody who watches the channel. I've seen that name before, but I honestly could not tell you what has been going on with his Iwami this entire time. He's full health. I haven't seen him really put himself in any position to get damage on anything, but we'll see if that plays out for the rest of the game. Gearing, however, making a very, very bad idea, which is just staying in a smoke screen. He is going to launch one narrow spread, and then he's going to launch a wide spread in the direction of the Iwami, who was clearly already changing course to go forward again. He knows that the gearing is here. So the only hope that these torps have is to maybe catch the enemy Shima. And you can see Shima returns fire with widespread torpedoes, because that's what you do when you want to send torpedoes after a destroyer who's sitting in a smoke screen, is send widespread, right? You gotta send narrow spreads, guys. You got 15 torpedoes. I know he only had the 1 set because he just torped the Worcester with 2 sets. Remember, he's been sending 2, having 1. Like, they're offset. He can't send the full 15 all at the same time unless he holds, which he has not been doing. But you can see our Worcester's trying to burn down their Musashi. We have all 3 caps now, so we are going to be gaining points at maximum rate, essentially. And if their Shima gets caught, which he does, he comes a little bit too close. Legit has HE loaded for the Shima. Not sure if he was just waiting for that or if he had just had HE loaded for a while. But gets a shot into the Shima, absolutely yeets most of his health, and the Shima's going to freak out and run straight into the island. Now, this should be death for this Shima, you would think, right? Like, should be death. He is stuck on an island, and it takes Legit to take him out. Like, there's 2 DPM ships right there, and neither of them could hit him while he was beached on the island. Neither of them hit him. Legit had time to shoot him, reload, and shoot him again to kill him. I don't understand it. I don't. I will never understand it, but, you know, hey, at least Legit was able to take him out. We got him out of the game. And that gives us the points lead and the guaranteed win, as long as nobody does anything incredibly stupid, like get themselves killed by a low-health Musashi. Right? Now, you can see Legit is already doing the right thing. He is turning it to get away. There's no reason for him to engage in this situation. You've got the gearing, who is also basically disengaging. He's torping the gap. He's doing a little area denial, anticipating the fact that the enemy Musashi may be pushing around the island and may be trying to come back to try to win the game. But I honestly think that the enemy Musashi just misread the situation and sat behind the island thinking if he just stays alive, he wins. And maybe he would have been correct if the Shima was able to take one of our guys out. But unfortunately, Shima just potatoed even harder than last time. So he ends up going down without taking anybody else down. And so this game is all but over with 1 minute left. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support. Like, you guys have been incredible. I know that I've been struggling lately with trying to keep schedules. I've been uploading crazy. I've been streaming a lot. I've been doing, my 4 days a week in the gym. This week is actually what I'm calling our hell week, where literally the worst week of the entire program. It was a 4-week program with a deload week following it. And we are essentially doing 30 to 32 sets for everything, or for every workout this week. So for our squat day / full body exercise, we did 32 sets. Today we did 30 sets. Tomorrow not tomorrow, but Thursday we've got 32 sets. And then Friday we've got 30 sets. So it's going to be a brutal week. And I am definitely looking forward to the deload week, because I have gotten my butt kicked this week. And for the last 4 weeks, I've been pushing myself really hard in the gym. But thank you guys for sticking with me. I try to make sure I bring you guys entertaining content. Thank you guys also for supporting the community replay. Like, you guys have absolutely killed that. I was really hoping. I mean, it's a banger of a game. And I was hoping you guys would enjoy that as much as I enjoyed commentating it. And don't worry, he sent us several videos, and there are several other people that have sent us clips. So keep an eye out for some more community replays. If you guys are going to support that, then I will definitely be making those as well. And it helps me, because it's less that I have to grind in the game to try to get games. I can just pull from your guys' community replays, do that as a video on like the days where I can't get a game. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.